Taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
Timberwolves trail by 8 on the court for Minnesota. They've got Crabbe. McDermott is out there with Thomas Robinson. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Ridnour in at point guard. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Crabbe. No good on the triple. Portland leading by 8. Ibaka with the screen on Ridnour. And Marshall kicks to Ibaka. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
It certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
After 2-year absence from the playoffs, the Portland Trailblazers able to get back into it last year to face Houston. In the 4-5 seeded matchup.
And they jockeyed as hard as they could to get that home court advantage, but just couldn't quite grab hold of it. Still, they were able to get by a very tough Houston team in round 1.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, Rajon Rondo has gone from the young star understudy to the leadership role. Former teammate The Truth, Paul Pierce, said Rondo is mature. He understood what was coming. Before he had me and KG to lean on. Now he's the guy. He's the captain. I think he's ready. A great endorsement from a terrific leader in his own right. Gentlemen.
High praise, Doris. Thanks. And there's the rejection. And Marshall kicks to Oladipo. No good from outside.
Get by Houston with an incredible shot at that, but you know, things were different when they ran into the machine known as the San Antonio Spurs in the second round.
Three-pointer, Ridnour.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
And it's Luke Ridnour with the foul. That's his first foul. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Outside, George. Clock at 6. Ibaka in the post. Davis is there. Ibaka, no luck.
And as you said about Portland, they just couldn't deal with the Spurs over the course of a series and ended up out after the second round. Still, a really nice showing from a young team with a lot of upside.
Here's Marshall after the basket by Minnesota. It's Oladipo on the wing. Outside for George. Buried from 15 feet out. George has got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Victor Oladipo played for the same college coach as Dwayne Wade. And, you know, their games actually draw some comparisons. Both are 6'4", strong, huge wingspans, and explosive athletes with that ball handling ability. I think Oladipo has a great future.
Rondo passes to 4. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Marshall dishes to Oladipo. Oladipo sets the screen for Marshall. And he gets it to go.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Rondo kicks to Davis. Paul George with the steal. Marshall with it. He's picked up by Rondo. George passes to Marshall. Back to George. The pass to Ibaka. Shoots it. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Pass to Foy. From downtown. And he gets the bucket. Foy's got 5.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
George with the screen on Rondo. The dish to Oladipo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Now, here's Marshall. He's got 8. Oladipo sets the screen for Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from George. That falls. Great assist by Marshall.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Rondo dishes to Morris. Pick up by Hill. The drive by Rondo. And stolen by Pekovic. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And here is Marshall. Outside, George. And Marshall kicks to George. Top of the key. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And that's 10 points here for Kendall Marshall.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go.
Pass to Morris. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Marshall with it. He's got 10. George passes to Marshall. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 4. And it's George finishing it off.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kev. Great awareness and terrific finish.
A different look now for Portland. The drive by Rondo. There's Foy with the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Spades has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, last year the Wolves proved they were competitive. No teams pushed them around. But in the Western Conference, being competitive isn't enough to get you to the playoffs.
And Portland with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Robinson misses.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Rondo dishes to Davis. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
Here's Huntic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Timberwolves trail by 16. And Voigt kicks to Davis. He sinks the 11-footer. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, the Timberwolves had a losing record at 23-29 against the rest of the West. Steve, they weren't able to stay in playoff contention for too long.
Well, injuries were a part of that, but in general, this team is still missing a few pieces before they can climb that ladder out in the West.
And the shot is good.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Left side, Davis. There's the pick. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim. You have to wonder, it's certainly worth thinking about with the way Anthony Davis took a big step forward last year. There's a legitimate argument or discussion anyway that he might eventually become the best player in the league at some point.
It's stolen by Davis. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Spades with a screen on Rondo. Over to the left wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
A super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Hill. Thomas Robinson comes in for Davis. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Here's Robinson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And the ages add up, guys, in regards to Anthony Davis. You know, LeBron is going to be LeBron for a little while longer, but after that, there's going to be a short list.
And Davis is right in the middle of it when you think about it. I mean, the ability to score down on the block and to change teams' game plan with his defense, the way he patrols the paint, I think he's got as good a shot as anybody at being the successor to LeBron's crown.
O'Neal is screen on Singler. Three-pointer, Ridnour. Thiem passes to Robinson. Out to the right wing. There's the three. And so that's the end of the first half. Trailblazers lead by 11.